Revealing bad habits that damage your brain. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Before we go any further, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button and also keep that notification bell on if you want our latest content from our channel. And of course, if you'll be kind enough to smash that red subscribe button. Don't forget to share with your friends if you find this interesting. Done that already? Alright, let's go straight to the video. Before we go any much further in this video, it would be important for me to take my time today to appreciate how supportive you guys have been towards this channel. We really appreciate your loyalty and we thank you guys for that. This always motivates us, especially when we are yet to release new content. So now, without further delay, let's go to today's topic. We all are aware about who we really are right now. And of course, we have adapted to certain environments. Everyone has varied behavior and habits that may not be entirely identical to everyone else. We all have our own unique behaviors that are a dime. But did you know that some of our behaviors may cause an impact in our lives? Most especially the brain. With that being said, we are about to list some of the things we do in our daily normal lives that you are fully aware and, to be honest, may be endangering your mental health and your social life. Let's get straight to them right away. To some of the things we normally do in our lives that actually damage our brain. Number 4. Staying in the dark. I totally understand that there are some of us who really love staying in the dark. I'm talking to the introverts out there and maybe the independent souls that do not associate much with the outside environment and they just want to do them. As much as we may love to find our own space and time for ourselves, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the dark. Staying in the dark may cause an impact in your daily life. So spending the whole day just in a dark room without getting hit with adequate light may even make you depressed. Sunlight helps to keep the brain working, and therefore without sunlight, the brain does not know when or how to release the sweet melatonin. So ironically, staying in the dark for too long will eventually leave you sleep deprived. Doesn't sound like good news to me. So why don't you make a change and start basking yourself a bit for a second? It's not that bad anyway. Number 3. Blasting earphone. Personally, I must say, when I get bored, I just get my headphones or my wireless Bluetooth earphones and I, of course, go on a walk out there just to clear out my mind. Of course, I do that, but not excessively. I, of course, moderate myself because I know the precautions to take and the consequences if I do not follow the precaution. I understand that for most of us, using headphones can be convenient and relaxing, but blasting music for a long period of time can actually do more harm than good for your brain. As much as you want to relax your mind, maybe you have been overworking, you just want to take a quick break, or maybe it gets you in the mood. You really don't have to do it all the time. Especially when in loud volume, it may be very risky. Loud music may lead to hearing loss, causing memory impairments down the line. So as much as you want to relax, keep it as soothing as possible. Number 2. Too much screen time. I'm pretty sure to most of us, this is an addiction. I mean, who doesn't love their phone? It's like our personal item that we cannot let go of, unless we need to replace or maybe get a better one. Since in this generation, as much as you want to be yourself, you really do not have to be left behind by everybody. The cause of getting us glued to our screen for a long time may be possibly the social media. I mean, most of us just want to be transparent and expose ourselves to the world in a social way through the media. Or maybe there are gamers who just isolate themselves in a room addicted to their beloved game. As much as we would love to look cool, staying too long on the screen can also cause an impact in your brain. A negative impact, of course. It can't only damage your mental health, but also can damage both gray and white matter in the several key areas of the brain such as the frontal lobe, which is where processing and higher order of thinking occurs. It is now clear to us all that it is actually impossible to go without technology or social media completely in today's day and age. Not forgetting the future generations to come, since the more we move forward, the more we advance. We love spending time on screen, but as much as we love doing that, it is important to be cautious and moderate the amount of time we spend in front of a screen. We're all victims to this, so let's try to organize ourselves. I'd recommend to myself, and of course, to all of us, that maybe a day-to-day routine for this can actually work. Don't you think? Number 1. Consuming too much negative news. Social media has truly caused a huge impact in our lives. As a matter of fact, I agree with the fact that it really has changed people's lives and has made people change themselves for the better. I mean, what are we without social media? It is now clear to all of us that social media is actually here to stay with us. Why am I stressing so much on social media? Of course, there are other ways people can obtain news, but social media has taken the most of it. But it doesn't apply everywhere, of course. Sadly, it is clear that in everything, there is always the negative side. Did you know that receiving bad news from people or staying in a negative environment can also damage your brain? News from the media you get every day can affect emotions, thinking, and behavior. According to psychotherapists, the brain can be damaged by constantly reading about the news because of constant exposure to negative information can impact your brain. If you are wondering what kind of news or the content we are talking about, such kind of content is like of murder mystery shows and investigative series. Overconsumption of negative news can trigger your fight or flight response, which can take a turn around in your physical, emotional, and mental health. At times, especially when consuming TV content, be sure to filter the negatives. Well, what are you waiting for? Be positive. Conclusion. That is that, folks. Now we have gotten to know some of the negative impacts that can cause our brain to be damaged. Most of the points here are educational. So what is it that you have learned from this video? Why don't you hit me up in the comment section down below if you have encountered one of these? And if you have any more ideas about other impacts you can share about, contact us so that we can get to share your ideas. Thank you very much for taking your time to look at my video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and set on post notifications to receive notifications when new videos are posted.